What is up, everyone, and welcome back. Today, we are getting into The Deer Hunter, Act 1, The Lake South, The River North. This has been highly requested by many of you. A lot of Coheed fans seem to be the Deer Hunter fans. I've only done the one track, and actually I think I've done two tracks from them. I think I did one on stream as well. Really enjoyed what I've heard, especially for a style that's not normally something that I'm into, but really have been blown away. I know there was a Patreon request for this as well, and viewer Matt Gigante did an incredible job of putting together a track-by-track breakdown of the story for Act 1, and he wants to do it for every record. So on top of that, I've got this incredible story map to follow to really understand the concept. I will leave the link to that in the description below. Really appreciate the amount of hard work that he put in and the amount of hard work so many fans are putting into stuff for me to do for their favorite bands. Absolutely love it. It makes doing these for you guys all the more rewarding. And I'm very grateful. So thank you so much for that. I'm going to do this one on Spotify. I feel like it's a little easier to get the records that way, and I want to have them in the best form I can. If I like the record that much, I will go out and purchase it at some point. But I'm really looking forward to it. So let's go ahead and get into it without anything further from me. The album is The Deer Hunter. The band is The Deer Hunter. The album is Act 1. It is The Lake South, The River North. The very first track is Battesimo del Fuoco, or Baptism by Fire. And here we go.
Believe you me, the price
really love this guy's voice. Lyrics are really poetic. Love that vocal chorus and layering. Really well recorded. Really well mixed. Very clear with all the different voices coming through. I'm sorry, it was Baptism of Fire, not by fire. My fault.
Will wash away the sins thereof until the lake beyond.
This is a really beautiful way to open up a record. Lyrics are phrased in a very poetic fashion. Broken up almost stanza by stanza. I really enjoy that.
The flame is gone, the fire remains. The flame is gone, the fire remains. The flame is gone, the fire remains. The flame is gone.
I like how that dropped out and you get that solitary vocal there.
The flame is gone.
And I like that we get a little bit of that repeat as well. It's not just one line. Really well done. Love the horn section, the orchestration. Love hearing that xylophone executed. The bells. This is really beautiful. Had a very old school feel and swing to it. I love hearing all that brass in there. Really nice to hear that in a modern record, in a modern context. this is built really, really well. Beautiful piano textures there. They really set their tracks up so well, and very theatrical feel and flair to it, and I really like that. Oh, there's those beautiful prog sensibilities kicking in. Really love that riff. Love that piano work flowing through it. Really outstanding accent work with the tremolo picking there. God, I love his voice. The way he's able to just shift his pitch. Really phenomenal jazzy feel and flair to this drum passage. Love that callback with the vocal chorus, that ask and answer. Such a flair for the dramatic. You can surely see why fans of Coheed eat this record up and really enjoy this band. Subtle piano passage working so seamlessly in the mix with the different instrumentation. And I like how the narration is set up as well in the different passages. Like certain lines are describing it, and certain lines are kind of singing like you would listen to a movie with the narrator. It's a really cool break here in the middle of this. Guess this is probably supposed to be to symbolize her attempt at an escape, or her escape. You get some of that Coheed feel in the vocal pattern. This is a really cool passage. I love the feel of this. Almost a hip-hop like feeling. Phenomenal percussion work. I like the double to triplet lines going in with that piano piece. It's flowing so well, so seamlessly. Okay, the electronic section there in that midpoint was to represent that the main character here, Miss Terry, almost drowned in the current of a river while trying to keep her baby above water. Awesome. You guys get a chance to listen to this and read the notes that Matt has set up here. They're fantastic. Really a great accompaniment here. Man, listening to his voice, the way he flows up to those notes is such a joy. It's such a pleasure to listen to a vocalist that talented. And singing a style that this time in 2006 when the record was released, I wouldn't have truly been able to enjoy the way I do now. So it's wonderful how tastes change, and I'm glad it has, because it's such a phenomenal record so far. Big, heavy jazz feel in the drums again. Really clear. So well mixed. Really love that guitar line. That bass sounds like it's fretless. Possibly even upright fretless. Really rich tones. Such a clever jazz-inspired fill there. The riff evolving is so well done. Love the tone, that bit of reverb on there. Just touch of delay. Those fills are so lovely, and I rarely ever use that description, but you can almost sing the drum patterns. They're beautiful. Wow, this swinging, jazzy passage is fantastic. Such a vehicle for their singer. Really clever lyrics as well.
The riverbed and he's alone, the object of affection, conflicted by convictions of indecency, sorority, corrupted by impropriety.
This guy's got so many facets to his voice. Love the backing vocals. She plays fake affection and carefully lacks objection to a gentleman. Colors, twisted desire. Touch, taste, feel, and rip me down. Wow. so many dynamics and different nuances going on in these tracks. It's utterly phenomenal. I love that pick work. It almost sounds like it's being finger picked. That real subtle combination of tremolo picking and the piano locking it together at little points, and this is really fantastic. It's really built to such a phenomenal point. Really love this. Just everything about it. It's hard to break down the individual parts because I'm enjoying this so much. Choked palm muting, you get piano, you're getting these big accent guitars slowly coming in. Like how they're mixed so faintly back there, you can just barely make them out. Oh, what a joy, pleasure that was to listen to. As dark as these lyrics are, these tracks make me feel good with that emotional connection to it. It's really something special. It's almost hard for me to describe what I'm feeling and why. That flows smoothly into 1878 here. Man, I'm so into this, I completely haven't even been mentioned in the track names. Wow. First time I've had that happen. That's alright though. You've got the notes. Love that bass coming in. Beautiful acoustic tones, or clean tones, I should say. Kind of electric acoustic. There's a little bit of treatment on his voice. You can hear it, but I really like what they've done. Really clear and rich. Love how thick and almost percussive that bass tone is. Really, really fits so well with the way they've mixed this. Wow. Love that little bit of falsetto there. Wow, chills from that vocal passage. Wow. Beautiful changes to the emotions that the Sun Hunter is going through here. Having this guide from Matt here on the sides, you'll see the way it's set up. It's really, really nice. Wow. Another flawless transition back into this chorus. The slight shift here and changes with the pianos to really add different emotions and textures. Love those angelic-like vocal passages that are backing the main vocal. Love that Bjorgen coming in. See, I'm always a fan when bands utilize that. Wow, that was an incredible run there. Especially in combination with the piano. Can't tell if those little textures back there are, or electronic, or if they're actually instrumentation. Wow. Absolutely phenomenal solo coming in. Really love that lead tone. So much feel with that technique. So incredibly tasty. As we continue through this journey on this record, I can't help but truly realize another phenomenal record, another phenomenal band that I've missed out on. Love how they came out of that back into the chorus to really tie that in. Love how big those crashes sound, yet they're not overpowering. Whoever mixed this did an absolutely incredible job balancing all the different instruments, balancing all the different layers and textures, and really getting it to this organic and harmonious mix. Just fantastic, and I'm absolutely and utterly spellbound by this. Wow. That was incredible. Next track is The Pimp and the Priest. Let's remember to give the track name for you here. Love how those horns, that brass is back there faintly at first. Different big mood change here. You can really hear it in the instrumentation. I like the play on that. I can't place the piece, but I like the play on it.
The pimp and the priest pounce on quickened cat's feet for the freshest young blood, innocence for the feast. The book will then brew at the sinful commit, while the pimp and priest pray quietly where the precious sinners sit.
The pimp and the priest is apparently one gentleman, and this whole track is painting the picture of this character that Miss Terry is working for as a prostitute.
We've got the time if you've got the scratch.
Wow, the chapel or the brothel where we suffocate stress. We've got the time if you've got the stretch. Conquer your sins while she screams on her back. Wow. Phenomenal vocal delivery of these lines. I'm overwhelmed by just all the different textures and what's going on. The way they've really incorporated the horn section in with the main riffs. Everything musically is working so incredibly well together. Brilliantly composed.
Post we welcome walk-in, so we corner our pace and make quick for the door to be parted and passed from the bed to the floor. Confess, oh confess, in the chapel.
Really love the drum choices, the slight, really interesting cymbal usage. I like the violin that's coming in there as well. So many nuances. Be interested to really understand what they're getting at. Take me to the river. Probably referring to possible baptism of some sort there. Lake's probably a similar reference. Yeah, I didn't realize there were graphic novels for this. That's also really cool. Love the utilization of the round here. That's really cool. This is incredible, man. I'm overjoyed. I'm like a kid in a candy store listening to this. It really, I get a similar feeling to really how I felt when I listened to Good Apollo the first time. love the round usage coming out of this track. That very 30s, 40s swing feeling to it. It almost feels like this band was born in another time, or made to be, or born, or should have been born in another time. Yet they incorporate the emo and the pop elements as well. And a fantastic acoustic opening here to the track. His hands match his tongue. Once again, returning to Son Hunter here. Such a tender vocal. Love the vocal layering. This is just beautiful. Another incredible set of lyrics here. Love just how intelligently these lyrics are written. How the singers articulated them and really been able to set the vocal pattern up to make it work. It's always interesting as somebody who writes lyrics and sings to hear how people approach their lyrics that way. Love the conversational tone here. Like how that kicks come in. It's subtle. It's more of a sound as opposed to articulate. I like that. I like the way they've really crafted where it should be to have that impact on the song. Building so very well. Wow. Utterly incredible vocal performance here. I keep repeating it over and over. Man, this guy's got a voice. And the note choices, his tone, really just make those chills run up and down my entire body. Builds that tension and that intensity. Just completely riveted. Another phenomenal round here. Oh. Layers and layers of vocals are so well done. Wow. Oh, that's just gorgeous. Love the scatting there here. Love the change in the kick tone. It was muted, and now it's a little more articulate. Phenomenal job of getting that to sound like, getting those sounds, and even having the idea and the thought to get those little nuances, like the different kick tones. Wow. The last track is The River North. It's an instrumental. Notes here are: River North leaves us anticipating Hunter's future, where his life will be, Hunter being the son. The childhood of a naive boy, the life his mother shamefully led. And an insidious deal with a manipulative charlatan. Act 1, The Lake South, The River North, serves as a prologue to Hunter's story, setting the stage for his life moving forward. And I gotta be honest, I'm already anticipating the next record. I'm so thankful that there's 5 of them. It's like finding a phenomenal series of movies or a series of books or a TV series and knowing that you don't have to wait as much as people who found it originally, because there's a bunch of them out and you can just binge them. And honestly, if it wasn't for all of you, I probably would binge these, just like I would with the Coheed stuff, the Duran Gray stuff, the Cassette stuff, and a lot of the albums I've really had a chance to do here on the channel. But these story-driven concept records like this, the one that has such a distinct story set throughout, I want to binge it. I really do. I like the static there. I'm not sure what else they're going to do with it. If they're just going to fade out with that. I'd be somewhat disappointed if they just fade out with 2 minutes of static. At the same time, I don't want to skip forward here and deprive you guys of anything, not knowing what's coming through, because I haven't listened to the record. But if I don't, then you guys are just stuck with me listening to another minute 20 seconds worth of static. So we'll just go ahead and start breaking this thing down while this finishes out here. This is an incredible record. Oh. Okay. Something's coming in. All right. Crowds, applause. Oh, very clever. Very clever. Come back in, clapping like a theater production, and the curtain going up to start the next act, and the orchestration coming in to symbolize the starting of it. Okay. Very, very, very well done. Oh, all right. That was masterful. So, at the very end there, you get the curtain call. The audience clapping, the orchestration coming in, the curtain raising, and setting up the next act. Absolutely brilliant. You know, as a fan, excuse me, as a fan of theater, as someone who's taken in many plays in my life and did amateur acting, in theater, absolutely love productions like that. And that's what I get from this record. It really does feel like a musical theater production. It's written and composed so well. All the players are utterly on the top of their game. There's just so much clever songwriting, little nuances, little textures, little things that each member of the band is doing. The vocal chorus is amazing. Really strong voices in that chorus. The singer is just an incredible singer, and you know, there's parts of his voice that I probably wouldn't have liked 13 years ago when the record was released. So it's a wonderful thing how individual taste can change, and your thoughts on music can change, because it might have been a little too emo for me at the time, because I was so oversaturated with that scene. It's one of the reasons that I failed to grasp Coheed until about a year ago, or 9 months ago at this point. And just love how the record built from start to finish. The opening vocal chorus and the vocals and the vocal chorus, the instrumental setting things up. All of it with this beautiful flair for a beautiful theatrical flair. These amazing swinging passages. There's a bit of bombast to some of it. There's so much, there's subtlety. There's tons of nuance. And it's an absolutely amazing, enjoyable experience from start to finish. And I am so happy to be able to listen to it and to share the experience with you. You guys really enjoyed doing the full album stuff with me and sharing this ride. And man, there's so many things to pick up. This is certainly not an album that I, or probably anybody, I could be wrong, I don't want to make a blanket statement like that, but I highly doubt most people, myself included, are going to pick up everything in a single listen. There's just so many things going on, so many textures, so many nuances, so much, and they do it so seamlessly. They transition well. Everything has a purpose. There's a reason for it. Not a single part of that I felt was overdone. I didn't feel like anything was overplayed. I felt like it all was there for a purpose. I love the mixing. I love the little subtle things, like the kick tone, the different kick sounds that they're utilizing in his hands matched his tongue. You get that. There's parts of it where you get just the noise and the resonance, and then you actually get some of the articulation and the tone, and they clearly had to go after that to achieve it. The fact that they thought of little things like that, they wanted those textures, shows just an amazing amount of attention to detail in the songwriting and in the vision of what they're trying to give the listener. So from a compositional standpoint, it's absolutely amazing. It's a brilliant slab of emo-inspired progressive rock. And I'm in love with it. I really, really am. Once again, a huge thank you to Patreon request. Another massive thank you to Matthew Gigante for taking his personal time to type up this really well written timeline and present it in the way he did in the document on Google Drive, with notes on the side for each part. There's several notes for each parts of some of these tracks when things change, and really, really fantastic as a companion piece. I wouldn't have been able to figure out some of it on my own without liner notes in front of me. I tend to listen to records like this with liner notes because they tend to have the little things about each part, and having that was just an absolute joy. It really helped me grasp it so much more. As I said, I will make sure I link that in the description so you guys have access to it as well. Just fantastic. So thank all of you that have requested this. Thank Patreon requested it, because it really allowed me as a critic, as a listener, and as a fan to experience something that I probably would not have found on my own. You know, it's challenged me, and I really, really, really enjoyed it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it too. I don't have a single negative thing to say about this, and that's rare for me. Normally I've got some critique, and I'm sure I might find something, but I'm so overwhelmed by the experience. It's such a pleasant experience. There's heavy emotion throughout the entirety of this, but at the same time, I walk away feeling amazing. I walk away from this. I don't feel like, man, I'm done. I'm wiped out. I feel refreshed. I feel invigorated. I'm definitely a bit euphoric from the experience. And I really do liken it to the first listen to Coheed and Cambria's Get Apollo 1. Feel a lot of the same feelings I felt listening to that record. And just fantastic. And thankfully, I got a better mic this time. So I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you all. Thank you to my law enforcement, military, veterans, and first responders for what you guys do every single day. As always, you have been awesome. I have been Baldman. I'll see you in the next one. Be excellent to each other. Keep head banging.